Hello everybody, this is my first video, or this kind of video on this channel. So yeah, I'm just trying it out to see if people will like it, and if they want to see more of this for next year. But so today we've got TaG restricted light Capri Cup round 8 of dip switch. You can see here we're starting, it says we're starting 13th, but we're actually starting 11th because everyone had to move one row back so that they could open the gates for this layout because it's different from reverse. So I'm gonna get going here. You can see my good mate Jackson Turner didn't get his kart going. I believe he started the race and finished it, so it's not all bad. But yeah, aggressively warming up the tyres. So for this video, I just want to sort of introduce myself, talk a little bit about this race when it matters. It's a pretty boring one, not much really happens. So yep, this is more just an introductory video. So let's get into it. My name is Josh McLaughlin. I'm 16 years old. I race TaG restricted light, as you can see in the video, and yeah, it's the basic stuff. If you notice, I've got a Toyota suit on. That's because my dad does rallying with Toyota Australia. But back to it. This is my first race in this go-kart, because the old one was sort of getting to the end of its lifespan. But I'll talk more about that later. As you can see, forming up at the end of the formation lap, getting ready for a start. It's going to pinch the fuel line a little bit there. Probably not long enough, as I should have, but just pinching it, just to get a bit of launch. And the clouds are starting to roll in. A bit of predict rain for today. But as you can see, lights go out. Jordan Manzano ahead of us doesn't get the best start, but that's okay because we're on the inside. Heading into turn 1, with the inside line, then around the outside of Kalen Mullins into turn 2, because him and Jack get a bit of a scruff as he falls back a little bit. I thought about sending the move on Jack, but it wasn't worth it. He's way quicker than me. He's just going to get back past me anyway. He's going to lose more time, but it's okay. It's still all just learning experience. But yeah, nothing's really happening on lap 1. Pretty uneventful lap 1. But yeah, it's been okay. This year's been okay. I mean, I'll talk more about that later too, as the first few laps end, or as the first lap ends, I should say. Not much really happens after that. So here we go, finishing the first lap. I think we're up to 7th. But yep, Kalen puts one on us into turn 1. Good move from him. Can't complain really. And then he just sort of bolts away. I try to keep up with him, but can't really. As you can see here, it's not bad. Like, it's nothing to really complain about. Can't use it as an excuse. But the tune was all off this race, and I was losing a little time in the bottom end and the mid range of the motor. But that's fine. Nothing to use it as an excuse. Just got to drive better too. So yeah, more about the go-kart. Yeah, so this is my first race in this go-kart. It's a 2024 OTK, but we've put the 2025 panels on it, just so it looks a little bit better than the old hot dog panel. But as you can see, Charlie White sends an absolute stormer on Luke and Jack up at the front. Oh no, sorry, Luke and Ryan up at the front, I should say. Bit of contact up there. Bunches to pack up a little bit. I thought maybe I could capitalize on this, but it was just a little bit too far in front, and still getting this. You ran your go-kart, didn't want to damage it, so I wasn't taking any risks. But yeah, so this is my first race in the go-kart, as I said before. You already know. Before I did actually wait. No, never mind. Sorry, I thought it was something else. But yeah, so before I had a 2022 EOS, which is just an OTK, similar to this. But yeah, that was sort of getting to the end of its lifespan, and just before this race actually we found out that it had snapped, the chassis had snapped to where the seat connects. Oh, good line from Cooper there. He was actually talking about doing that before the race, so yeah, could work, he said. Pulled it off swimmingly. No penalty though, so I feel like it was all okay. But yeah, you know, it's just, I'm still getting used to the go-kart. We had one practice day in it beforehand, which was good. It's just still getting used to it, because with this new go-kart, it's a lot more pointy on the front than what the old one was. It's a lot more pointy, so you have to be a lot more precise and a lot smoother on the wheel. And you'll be able to see here, I'm sort of soaring at the wheel, and I'm sort of being really aggressive on the turn, and you really don't want to do that, because it sort of induces oversteer in this go-kart. But with the old one, you really have to chuck it into the corner. You really have to be aggressive with it. But not with this one, and I'm still just sort of getting used to that. But anyway, enough excuses. Yeah, so I'll talk a little bit about my karting career. I started in 2023, at the start of 2023, in juniors. And all of that year I was just practicing, making sure I was ready for the race meets, making sure I wasn't going to get lapped. Yeah. But yeah, I think I did 2 race meets, maybe 2 race meets, 1 or 2, at the end of 2023, the last 2 rounds of Ipswich, I think it was. I did okay. I finished both of them, so that's all that really matters, just getting that experience. And then 2024, last year, I had my last year in juniors. Still just another learning year, learning how to race properly, learning how to do everything involved with races, and still learning setup as well. But yeah, didn't really get any good results. Our motor wasn't the best, but also I wasn't a very good driver last year as well. So yeah, the parity in those K100s are absolutely shocking, but that's okay. You see just Kaylin and Jordan get a bit tangled there, just tap the brakes. Gives me a little bit of time, but it's okay. Yeah, so me and Jordan are usually he's usually a little bit quicker than me, but over the past few rounds it's been a little bit close between us two. It's okay though. Yeah, back to my career. I think my best result last year in 2024 in juniors was like 18th in heat 1 actually I think it was the Capri Cup last year. So this round last year, but yeah, nothing really special. It was all, as I said before, just a learning year. And then this year we stepped up to seniors into the TaG restricted class. Sure it is, you know, the most, you know, at the time K3 senior wasn't really as popular as it is now. But so we chose a restricted light. It's always pretty competitive. It's actually always really competitive. But yeah, as you do. And as you can see here, at the start of the year, so we're still in the EOS, still in the old OCK, brand new engine. We got the X30. I think I got 5th in my first ever race in seniors in heat one, round 1. And then I got, I think it was 9th in the final or something, so that was my best ever. I was really happy with that. And then round 2, I believe it was, I was sort of around the top 10 the whole day, getting a few top 10 results in there. But then in the final, there was a really big crash and like half the field got caught up in it. So I think I finished like 16th then or something, so I was one of the people that got affected most by it, but just trying to claw my way back through that race. Really 16th. And then, what was it? Round 3, I think something sort of, you know, broke in the go-kart after round 2, because it sort of just started getting worse and worse and worse. Round 3, 4, 5, and 6 were pretty poor. Actually, round 6 wasn't as bad. I think I got 9th in the final round 6. That's when it sort of started to come back to me. But round 3, 4, and 5 was shocking. I think it was like 19th, 18th, and like 16th or something. So it was pretty bad. And then round 6, it all started to come back to me really. And then round 7 was really good. I got, what was it? P3 in heat 1. That's because there were a few, I think there were 3 people quicker than me, minimum. At Dubbo States and New South Wales. So it was still very, very strong field. Don't get me wrong, still very, very strong field. But yeah, third in Heat 1. So that was pretty good. I was really, really chuffed with that. But yeah, apart from that, it was a good day. I was around the top 5 the whole day. I think the only race I finished outside the top 5 that day was the final one. I finished 6th, so I was pretty unhappy with that. But this meet, I finished 9th. No, sorry, 8th and 7th in the final. I believe it was 7th in the final. Sorry. In the fun, so I was pretty happy with that. I wasn't really expecting much from this weekend, really. Just learning the new go-kart, still getting used to it and all. But I'm sure we'll be up there next year. I reckon should be good. But yeah, I did a few Kalula meets this year too in the Olios. I think I got, what was it, like 6th or something in the first one I did, and actually, it was one of them. I got a 10-second penalty in the final, which, I mean, I don't agree with, but that's obviously because I'm the one who was affected by that. You see that up front, Jay and Charlie got a bit knocked up there, heading into the final corner. And I think we finished 8th on track, just there, but then we got moved up to 7th because Charlie got disqualified for being underweight because his battery fell off, which is unfortunate. But yeah, so the rest of this weekend was pretty good. I wasn't happy with quali. Obviously, 11th, moving top 10, that was pretty bad. But and then obviously 7th after penalties in this one. And then in Heat 2, I believe it was pretty bad. I was really struggling with the damp conditions. We're still on slicks, but it was quite damp. I think I was like 11th or 10th or something, so that was pretty poor. And then in the final, in my 3 years of go-karting, I'd driven in the wet once, on a practice day, on slicks. So that was my first time on wets, and that was actually pretty good. Then I finished 7th. Yeah, 7th, as I said before, in the final. It was my first time on wets, so that was pretty good. But yeah, apart from that, it's a pretty good race, pretty boring race. But yeah, just let me know in the comments if you guys enjoyed the video, and if you'd like to see more next year. But yep, it should be good. Anyway, thank you for watching. Bye bye.